If Juventus are to make this the year, then they've already been given plenty of reasons to believe they can start a new chapter in black and white. It's round 6, and they're now the only team in Serie A yet to lose. Today they host Bologna as heavy favourites and are buoyed especially by defending champions and main rivals Internazionale losing for the first time yesterday. It's Juventus taking on Bologna on ESPN. A win puts the old lady top. Hello and welcome along to the show from myself, Ross Dyer. Robbie Mustoe joins me to test out the Juve credentials this afternoon. And Robbie, it's only half a dozen games into the season, but Juventus's terrific start, has that given them the psychological encouragement they'll need to carry this through the whole season?
Well, I think it certainly gives them encouragement. I think and believe that they can take into right to the end. Very, very good start. And certainly when you face a game and you get to be top of the league if you win, that's going to buoy the players. And when I look at their attacking options, they've got some really good strikers at the club now, and they've strengthened as well in midfield. So stronger Juve this year.
Yes, Diego starts, we believe. We will have the lineups and, of course, the whole 90 minutes when we return. Stay here with us on ESPN. Welcome back. Spirits are high. The black and white shirts of Juventus. They know that they can keep themselves unbeaten with a win here. They would go top. And taking on an unfancied Bologna side, who only picked up their first points since opening day in midweek. Alessandro Del Piero still prevented from making his 400th Serie A appearance, at least from the start. We may see him later on. And Turin is ready to welcome their heroes who have started on a real mission to capture the Scudetto this season. Vincenzo Iaquinta, who's been their top marksman so far, says the word Scudetto was on their lips, not only from day one here, from the last round last season. They have been determined to stem the tide of the Nerazzurri from Milan, try and prevent them making it 5 titles in a row. Ciro Ferrara is the man who's been given that task at the helm of Juventus, and he started terrifically well, still unbeaten after starting the last 2 games of last season. Here's the Bologna coach. First, the team news from Juventus. And Robbie, there are 3 changes for Ciro Ferrara from the side that lost their 100% record in midweek against Genoa. Out go Gregera, Grosso and Poulsen. In come Trezeguet, Molinaro and Zabina. Diego's there too.
Yeah, we talked about the attacking options they have, and Del Piero's on the bench. Diego is the main man for them in behind Trezeguet, who's always got a point to prove, it seems, playing alongside Omari. He's the only striker. Hasn't done too well at the score just yet.
Yes, Massimo Mutarelli underwent knee surgery for Bologna, the midfielder, this week. So the Rossoblu's strike force notably includes 2 former Juventus players. Di Vaio, of course, top scorer last season for Bologna, and Zalayeta, who is still co-owned by the Bianconeri.
Yeah, and what they have been is they've been very good defensively. They've only conceded 4 goals in their 5 games. They certainly are tipped to be one of the teams that might be down at the bottom, but this could be a frustrating afternoon for Juve.
One of the younger officials in Serie A. They are all a sprightly bunch. Carmine Russo will be 33. In Turin. Won't be Juventus's home for too long. They are building a new stadium to replace the Delle Alpi, hoping to cash in as being an Italian club to own their new stadium. Here's the story of the first half. David Trezeguet taking full advantage of a starting place in the Bianconeri lineup, firing that one off. Viviano saving.
Yeah, very lively. Looks the balls over the top constantly. Does the right thing here. He's just trying to power it past the goalkeeper. That's a good save.
On 17 minutes, Cameronese was having a great game in the heart of Juventus' midfield. What a nice delivery from Zabina. Again, it was Trezeguet.
Well, same combination, isn't it? Zabina, the fullback, making that run. Good ball in there to the near post. He's just gone past the near post, so he has to try and whip it back the way. Very difficult technique from there.
He wasn't going to be denied a third time after sterling work from the fullback Zabina. It bobbled up, and who was there? Yep, David Trezeguet.
There's an easy tap in for him. Good work from Zabina. He nearly scored himself with the ricochet. It's a good save, Viviano. Look, a reflex save there, but it falls perfectly to the Frenchman, who makes no mistake from all of 3 yards.
Another close range finish from Trezeguet, his 3rd of the season so far. So Juventus have their platform. Can they manage to stand on it without falling over in the second half? There are the statistics. They've dominated possession. They'll hope to close Bologna out, and their challenge. We'll see if they can do it when we return. Welcome back. Juventus leading Bologna by 1-0 in round 6 of Serie A. Juventus aiming to make it 5 wins out of the opening 6 games and remain the only side unbeaten after 6 rounds of Serie A fixtures this season. Bologna, well, maybe they didn't expect to be getting anything out of an away trip to Juventus, given they lost their last visit here 4-1. But they've been in this. Robbie Musto and Ross Dyer with you for the second half, which is about to commence. And Robbie, Bologna certainly had their chances. They had a penalty claim and a disallowed goal, which they were unfortunate to see ruled out.
Yeah, and I thought they huffed and puffed at times during the first half. They defended okay, and at 1-0, they're absolutely still in the game. I think the offside was a tough one. I think the officials got it right. You know, the player has to be active, and he was active even though he didn't touch the ball. But you could argue that he made Chiellini go for it and stick it in his own net. So tough decision, but they're still in the game. They've got to believe they can get back in the game. They had periods in the game where they did use the ball very well. They've got 2 strikers that are good goal scorers. They might rely on them to get something maybe on the counter-attack.
Marco Di Vaio, former Juventus player, now leading Bologna, just making his points. He wanted to clarify with the referee before the second half gets off and running. Di Vaio maybe complaining of some physical treatment up there, leading the line for Bologna. Just trying to draw the referee's attention to as much as possible. Do you do that as players? Try and get on the referee's good side, make him aware of certain situations?
Absolutely, I did it as a player. I was a central midfield player, so I was always around the referee, and I was always respectful to him. But be in his ear for the majority of the game. Come on, the 50-50s have all gone their way.